Hello my fellow YouTube watchers. Welcome back to Realma's Amazing Toys videos. In this video today, I will not do any unboxing or any reviews of any toys that I've gotten so far. Instead, in this video, I would like to do an long overdue update of the little tweaks and stuff that I've done to my toys. So hopefully you can get some idea of what's going on in my toys universe now, my toy war, and you get some ideas and some inspiration, and you might want to do something like this on your own. So all right, here we go. Ta-da! Okay, this is a little setup here that I've done to my ThreeA toys. It's a scene of some zombies bashing action, and I'll go through the figures one by one, the little tweaks and stuff that I've done to them, and I really hope you guys enjoy this video. So let's just begin with the usual. Let's go from the left to the right. Okay, right here at the back, this guy here is actually the F Legion figure inside a boiler suit. I believe it's the Shadow Security boiler suit, and I got a bike helmet over his head, and he's trying to bash this zombie in with his assortment of tools at the bottom here. Let me just get the video in focus. Okay, I think it's in focus. So this guy here, I got it off an awesome board in Singapore. It's kind of like he's a really awesome guy. He goes by the monocle, by his nick Wong. He's if you know him, a lot of people know him. He's awesome. Like I got it from him there. I really owe him one on this. So Wong, this is for you. If you're watching this video, this is from you and for you. So let me just get him out and get the video in focus so you can see what this guy actually looks like. Okay, there it is. It's a typical F Legion figure. I fit in this helmet over his face. It's got this sledgehammer, kind of like the King Tom, but I got this hammer, like sledgehammer, really like a long time ago. I don't know from which 1/6 toys that I got. Not a lot has been done to him, except that he's got the helmet. Initially I was trying to figure out how to fit this helmet over his head, because the ears of the figure apparently were restricting any restricting the helmet being put over his head. But I realized that the head of the figure are usually pretty soft, so if you actually apply a little pressure on the side of the head, you can actually kind of like squeeze the head a little, and the head fits right into that plastic helmet. The helmet is actually pretty constructed out of a pretty hard plastic, but if you try to bend it, expand it might crack. So it's not the soft plastic, it's actually a hard plastic. So the way I do it, I just compress the head a little bit and put the helmet over the compressed head, and when you just release the figure, the head would just fit right into the helmet. And this zombie right here at the bottom there, there's a pair of them I got. They are actually the Adventure Cartel hood zombie, and I got the pink feather, the pink zombie. I don't know, I kind of like the face of these two particular zombie, and I swapped out the finger gang, and you can see that the pair on the right there. These are the number 3 finger gang with the katanas. So I kind of swapped out the 10 finger gang black t-shirt for these two pathetic zombies that you can see there with extra parts. Both of these zombies are actually you know, dressed in this street fashion that I kind of you know, like it this way, and it kind of reminds me, you know, of the San Diego Comic Con, you know, choose brain zombies or something, you know. So these Bermudas, these pants are actually from the Tomorrow King figures that you know, I have a couple of these pants lying around, so you know, the zombies get them. And boots are from World War Robot Grunts. Couldn't find anything decent for these zombies at the moment, so I decided to, you know, use whatever I have. Yep, just to kit them up. And the figure right there in the middle that you can see with the, you know, #1 finger pointing, that is actually my original F Legion figure that came with the ThreeA membership packaged. And I was lucky I got a figure that is you know, perfect in every way. There were no holes in the hood, you know, there's nothing wrong with the zipper. Everything is just perfect for my figure. Maybe I got lucky, you know, maybe some of you guys got a lemon, I don't know, but I got lucky. This guy's almost perfect. I you know don't really like my toys straight out of the package, like the way the designer wants, you know, them to be. You know, I would rather kitbash or customize them to the way I think I, you know, want them to look like. So this is my version of my toys. The F Legion figure. Give him a mask there, so you can see the little 2 white eyes coming out. This little hoodie was done by an awesome customizer from Singapore. I think his name is Carlo. He goes by the moniker Wet Works or something. You know, he's one of the most prominent names in the industry. You know, he's really good. You can get him to, you know, do a custom for you. Of course, you have to pay him for it, but he's really good. Trust me. The jacket. This is actually from the Pathfinder Ono Tomorrow King figure, the camo jacket. And I wasn't really digging the camo on the outside, so I kind of like, you know, give it a little dash of black, and it kind of like, you know, have little wear marks on it. And I kept the inside of the jacket in its original camo pattern because, you know, I kind of liked it this way. And yeah, all these, you know, customized you know, aftermarket katanas that I have a whole bunch of them in that I can get from, you know, the Japanese market. They are all full metal blades, and yeah, I don't know, I like them better than the plastic ones that came with the figure originally. Boots, you know, this is the kind of style that I usually, that, you know, I myself dressed in, you know, like jeans and tattered jeans, and, you know, desert boots. These, I believe these are, you know, the United States Army desert boots or something. There are a couple of version of them in the market, so you can, you know, search for them and pick the one that you like the best. I particularly like this version, the El Tarmar desert boots, because I personally have a 1-to-1 scale of them. I really like them. They're light, they're cheap, and they look good, you know. So this guy's basically model after the way I dress in winter, you know, with a hoodie and a huge puffy jacket, of course. You know, I would love to get one of those Tomorrow King Oyabun jacket in 1-to-1 scale. So coming down here, I've always been a fan of like Predator, you know, that character is so awesome. You know, the entire design of the character, when I first saw it in the original Arnold Schwarzenegger Predator movie, I fell in love with that character straight on. It's just so mysterious, and yet it's so scary to see this mask on it. And you know, I bought 2 of the #3 finger gang with the katanas because, you know, I love the new bendy fingers. They allow so much more action poses to be achieved. And when I bought them, before they were even delivered, I already had in mind that I wanted to do a pair of like you know, predator guards or devil guards, or you know, something along that line for the F Legion figure. He's like the boss right there. He's got two of these bodyguards with him, and aftermarket shoes with black lasers. I pretty much kept the most of the figure intact, and the blue tones on this finger gang character just matches the guard that I was, you know, gonna kitbash so well that, you know, when the figure came, it's just he just fitted in exactly the way I wanted it. The skin tones and everything, it's just beautiful. I swapped out the t-shirts with the zombie t-shirts. You know, the zombie came with two of these white 3A t-shirts, so I just basically swapped them out and put on a mask on them. I'm not gonna show you what's underneath the Predator mask, because, you know, what I had actually intended to be, you know, the head of the character beneath the mask is not really done yet. So I decided to, you know, put the mask over him and maybe do another video in the future to show you what's beneath the mask, but the mask stays for now. This mask, I believe you can get them on eBay or something. They are from the Hot Ties Nolan, you know, from the Predators movie Nolan. I got two of them, so, you know, it just fitted in right now, the way I wanted it, with the katanas and everything. You know, these are my personal guards for the F Legion King at the back there. So yeah, so the fingers are just, you know, amazing. They offer really so much variations to action poses that, you know, you can probably make an epic story out of it. There it is. I thought it's really cool this way that you know, I could always change their poses to every now and then as I see them every day in my room. I think I got one more F Legion figure coming in from another great buddy in the States, so I will have 3 of these awesome F Legion figures to play with. So basically this is as real must Kitbash or customized video, and a long overdue updated one from the previous one that I showed you of the Tomorrow Kings. My 3A figure collection has just vastly expanded over this couple of months, and I have moved into, you know, the Adventure Cartel universe, which is basically everything here that you see, as compared to the last video where I actually only have World War robots, characters, and Tomorrow King figures. I have not touched anything on the Adventure Cartel, but now it seems like the Adventure Cartel figures are actually taking over the other, you know, the TKs and the World War robot by force, because, you know, these figures are just so amazing, and they offer so much more character and posability as compared to the other 3A figures, mainly because of the flexible fingers and you know, the storyline behind it. I don't really know, but they have so much how do I put it, street style to them, and you know, by just swapping out parts and giving them a couple of aftermarket gear here and there, you can, you know, turn them into a totally new character, and it's just so much more versatile than just the World War robot characters that, you know, you can only, you know, pose them with you know, certain variations and gear. Of course, the Tomorrow King figures are, you know, still my ultimate favorite, but now really the AK figures are giving the World War robot and the Tomorrow King figures a run for their money, because, you know, these figures here, I would say they are like one of the best figures I've actually had so far in my, like, what, 20 years, 30 years of collecting toys. You know, they're really nice. If you do get yourself one of these figures, you know, you can have an idea to you know, make it your style, you know, to customize it, to personalize it, I would say go for it. You know, there are so many aftermarket parts available, and you know, you can always put this idea you have inside your head into something that is you know, physical, that people can see it, and not, you know, it's just like an idea and an image in your head. So I would say go out and, you know, customize your toys, play with them, and give them more character, you know, like. And I guess a lot of my inspirations of all these figures that I'm usually kit bashing comes from, you know, the fashion scene, you know, the you know, I don't know, like gangs, you know, the tough fighting, you know, all that, you know, mafia style inspiration from movies and everything. You know, it's like I just put them all together, and this is like my crazy idea. And I don't know if I've touched on this. These are like, you know, crowbars, wire cutters, you know, these baseball bats actually came with the Athlegion figure. So, you know, and then I got another one of this, you know, crowbar here. I don't know which figure they came from, but you know, it's just one of those characters that I used to have in the past. And yeah, basically this is just a good 15-20 minutes of S Ryoma's latest updates on the, you know, Kitbash figures that that are just storming my place now. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope this video gave you some inspiration or, you know, some ideas. So go out and, you know, kitbash your toys. Don't just leave them in the boxes. You know, take them out, play with them, take pictures, pose with them. You know. Okay. There it is one more time. The number 3 King Finger character, the Adventure Cartel Retail Zombies, and the Athlegion figure from the 3A membership package, the Athlegion figure from the membership package, Adventure Cartel Zombie. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys again. See you soon. Ta-ta.